Hello everybody and welcome back. I just want to say thank you so much for following this and just appreciate all of you followers. I am getting on here not at all to make anybody jealous, especially not anybody sitting inside in Scotland watching the snow, or anybody that's having issues with transport issues in the UK. I'm just doing this to give you a little bit of inspiration, all right? Not to make you jealous. Okay, a little bit jealous, a little bit. Okay, so we've got the surfers over here. Got the surfers down there. Not any huge waves right now, so they're just waiting. I just had lunch over there. Okay, and we've got this nice little beach here, right down from my apartment, which is back there. So, what I wanted to discuss today is a word that I absolutely love called leverage. But before that, I just want to recap a little bit. Design Your Life is a little series here that I'm doing just in January, February. 30 different topics that we're going to cover on how you can make 2017 better than 2016, and how a little bit of some of the tips and advice that I've received over the many years. Hey everybody, what's going on? Yes, John, you'd love the beach here. I mean, it's January, it's about 20 degrees. It's awesome, right? Hey Lisa, how are you? Oh Lisa, I'm in London next weekend. I gotta see you. Oh, anybody that have any connections in London, I am in London next weekend for a most fabulous event. If you have connections in London, please write me a private message, because you've got to find out what's going on, all right? So, getting back to Design Your Life, it's essentially, just tips that I've picked up over the years to be able to design our life. My wife and I now live in Valencia, Spain, with our 2 kids, and life is just beautiful. It's the best. And a lot of that has to do with, we've been, for many years, been doing a lot of goal setting, a lot of planning on how to design our life. A lot of people, they kind of go to work and they design their vacation really well, like those 2-3 weeks of the year they design really well, exactly where they're going, what they're doing every day. But what about designing a life where you can pretty much be on holidays every single day, or at least it feels like that, right? And so that's what we've been able to achieve, and hopefully we can share some of these tips so that all of you can get some of those same things. So today's topic is a leverage, which is, to me, one of the most important things ever when it comes to designing your life, okay? You have to be able to create in your bed money, right? Money that comes in while you're sleeping. You've got to learn how to not just always work for money, like exchange time for money. And so hopefully all of you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and his second book called Cash Flow Quadrant. So the cash flow quadrant is quite interesting. On the top left, you have employee, or somebody that exchanges time for money. That's most of us in the world, right? You go to work, you give them 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours, whatever job it is. Now, the moment that you quit working is probably the moment that company is going to quit paying you, right? So not a great source of, of making all your money throughout your life. Of course, most of us need a job, and that's how we need to beach money. Exactly, Brooke, love it. 1 degree in Scotland. Ooh, that sounds cold. Actually, I'm coming to London next week. I'm going to love that cold. Actually, we'll probably be inside most of the time, but hey. And then on the bottom left-hand corner of this cash flow quadrant is self-employed. So some people go, I can do this much better myself. I don't need to work for somebody else. I'm going to start my own business, right? Hands up, any of you that have started your own business, right? And usually that creates a lot of headaches. And all it really means is that you are your own employee, you are your own boss, you are your own employee, your own boss, your own employee, your own boss. So you essentially report to yourself, and you essentially probably also trade time for money. Now you might start to build that company up a little bit and have a couple employees, which usually to me means headaches, okay? Huge headaches, a lot of overheads. I don't know if any of you have a business and you have huge overheads, huge headaches, and are still at the end of the day not making that much more money, and you definitely don't have more time because you're working your business about 18 to 19 hours per day, right? So maybe not the best possible way either. So what else can you do is you can create leverage. In the top right corner and the cash flow quadrant, he talks about essentially big business, and that's essentially what the industry of network marketing, what I chose to get into. Actually, you actually start out, when you first start out, you're by yourself. So you actually start out as self-employed, but you actually build this bridge up to the top right corner of the quadrant, and you bring tons and tons of people with you, and suddenly you end up in this quadrant. And what that quadrant means is that you can take a big step back and actually continuously receive income, whether you're awake, whether you're sleeping, whether you're on holidays or you're working or whatever else, right? And so And then on the bottom right hand corner is the investment quadrant. And we had a little interview with my father on it was the second of this series, and that's how he's made a lot of money. He's done extremely well with leveraging his money. Okay, so I love that too. I continuously invest into different things, and I see how the money can work for me, so that, you know, let's say that you put in something and in a year you make 10% back, 20% back, 30% back, whatever it is, right? You have that money working for you, but you're not putting in any work whatsoever. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Okay, so John, you've got a headache, right, from having a small business there. Okay, lots of tough challenges that you have doing that. So you've got to find ways in how you can leverage yourself. So network marketing is a wonderful way to do it. I'd suggest for anybody to get into the industry and to do it on a part-time basis while you probably either have a job or whatever else, while you're also taking your money that you're making, any extra kind of money that you take to invest, and you create leverage with that as well, right? So I hope that helps explain a little bit today's topic. I hope I did not make anybody jealous at all. Sitting here with the beautiful ocean. Actually, I bet it's kind of cold, so I'm not going to go in today. But I can't wait. In just about 2 months' time, it will probably be warm enough for me to jump in. I need to get a stand-up paddleboard. Stand-up paddleboard, be able to go around and get a little bit of exercise, right? So that'll be fun. That'll be great fun. All right, everyone. I will be back here hopefully in the next couple of days with my next topic. I thank you so much for following this. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. And any of you that have any comments or questions or whatever else, feel free to share this. If it gives you any kind of advantage, please do make sure you read these books about creating leverage in your life, and go out there and make 2017 way better than 2016. Thank you guys so much, and have an awesome day.